working against the clock. That is how leaders efforting repairs in Kipnuk and Kwigillingok are describing their work right now.
The state is pushing to get these villages into a condition people can return to in just 2 weeks. Will Courtney was on the ground in western Alaska this weekend.
He asked lawmakers, villagers, and responders if that goal is feasible.
A village in repair, but will it be fast enough? Kipnuk, according to state numbers, 90% destroyed. You can see the same signs of destruction here in Kwigillingok. Here, an ATV flipped over, bikes destroyed. State numbers are showing that 35% of this city has been destroyed. However, villagers here say it's likely more than that. On the ground, you can see a sign of what's to come as well. The state's pushing to being able to bring back people in just 2 weeks. However, the snow is on the ground, and there's only expected to be more.
The biggest issue right now is freeze-up is coming. And that could be in a matter of a week, that could be 10 days, but it is coming. Yeah. As you saw in Kipnuk, they already have snow, not too much snow here. So we're racing against the clock to do what we can this year.
And as the state moves to give evacuees the ability to return home, damage from the devastation is still fresh as an open wound. Lawmakers say it's a goal to shoot for. I'm sure you know about that 2-week deadline we're working with. Do you think that's feasible?
I don't. I think it is.
Yeah?
I think it is. I mean, always, asterisk attached to things.
Yeah.
But I think it is.
But people on the ground, not so sure.
The government says they want to get these villages like Kipnuk and Kwig open in 2 weeks. Is that something you think is possible to get villagers back?
If they can do it, yes.
I don't know.
No.
We just need more generators for electricity for the stuff we need. Power plant, washateria, the school.
I mean, just to get the temporary power and stuff going on, it's we're making a lot of things happen. A lot of people are pulling together to make a lot of things happen very fast, but still, it's a lot.
Will Courtney, Alaska's news source.
The governor's office confirmed to us last week that hitting the 2-week deadline is a priority.
We reached out to the Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Management to see if that deadline is still a priority for them as well, and we're still waiting for that response. For more information on this, check out our website and mobile app.
And we learned today that a coordinated effort is underway to move evacuees from congregate shelters into local hotels following ex-Typhoon Halong.
Our investigative team's Johnson Kuhn joins us now with that update. Johnson, what have you heard so far about those efforts?
Yeah, the Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Management issued a press release earlier today saying there's still more than 300 people in the shelters between the Egan Center and the Alaska Airlines Center. And the plan for today, we were told, was to move more than 100 people into non-congregate shelters.
Talk to you at all about how they plan to prioritize maybe relocating that many people in such a short amount of time?
Yeah, they did. Alaska's Homeland Security Public Information Officer says those currently in shelters will be prioritized first, and then those staying with friends or family will still be offered assistance once both of Anchorage's shelters are fully closed.
Again, our Johnson Kuhn, thanks so much for that report. You can catch Johnson's full story in our late show at 10 or right now on our website and mobile app.
Well, the U.S. Postal Service is reminding people in impacted areas like Kipnuk and Kwigillingok to redirect their mail whenever they get a chance.
If customers are displaced in Anchorage, they can submit a temporary change of address request at the Egan Center Mail Unit. That's downtown on the second floor of 555 West 5th Avenue. Redirected mail can be picked up from the unit between 1 and 4 p.m. Evacuees living with family or friends can visit any post office for this change. You could also call the number on your screen.
And as recovery from Halong continues, the Red Cross can use your help. They're looking for volunteers to support their missions and operations right here in Alaska. You can help with things like shelter work, dispatch, logistics, also emergency response. If you'd like to learn more, go to the Red Cross website.
And remember, KTUU Channel 2 has partnered with the American Red Cross to help support healing from Halong. Scan this QR code, which is on your screen now, or text Red Cross to 90999. Make sure you click Alaska Storms and Floods on the drop-down menu to make sure your entire donation goes directly to Red Cross response efforts at home. So far, we've helped raise more than $80,000. So big thank you to everybody in our community for that. If you can, please help us get to our goal of $100,000.
Keep it going. All right, from western Alaska, now south central, that's snow. We're saying it. Snow is beginning to fall. This comes after the first official snow in Anchorage Saturday.
We've got Chief Meteorologist Melissa Fry joining us now. Melissa, it wasn't much, but there was snow on my car this morning.
Oh. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, snow showing up all across town. I'll show you some video of what it looked like early this morning in case you happen to sleep through it. Hopefully not in it. We are seeing, just a little dusting. You can see it's mostly grassy surfaces that had that snow accumulating. Anywhere from about 4/10 of an inch on the east side of town to as much as 9/10 officially measured there in Palmer. So again, between Saturday and then again this morning, first sticking snow of the season, but we are still waiting on that first inch of snow. Typically, that would have happened October 23rd. So far, we've only picked up that 3/10 that fell on Saturday. So more time for, again, more snow to come. We would normally have already seen it at this point in the season. You can see Fairbanks has already seen well over an inch back in September, and we've seen several snow days since then. That snow's still on the ground at this hour in Fairbanks, 25 degrees, 36 in Anchorage, beautiful sunset underway, a little cooler in Palmer. Watch out for icy spots on the Glen and Parks highways as those temperatures are now dipping below freezing. In Fairbanks, in Ketchikan, the sun is setting. Temperatures there holding at about 40 degrees. We do have more rain and wind on the way for the southern areas of Southeast, but quiet conditions for the rest of the state tonight. We have a few showers lingering in Prince William Sound. And the sun is still out in Bethel tonight at 19 degrees, 26 in Nome, 14 in Kotzebue. Sub-zero temperatures on the slope, and you can see a lot of activity down in the northern Pacific. I want you to start preparing for wind to move into south central midweek. Until then, we'll see temperatures dropping to the low 30s overnight tonight. Tuesday, you'll get some sun breaks, especially in the second half of the day. And I'll have a closer look at that incoming storm here in just a few minutes.
All right, check back in within just a little bit. Thank you, Melissa. Well, Alaska State Troopers urgently looking for an 18-year-old in connection with a violent crime that happened over the weekend.
Darius Morgan is from North Pole. There's his image now on your screen. He's wanted on a felony warrant for weapons misconduct and is a person of interest in a deadly shooting that left a minor dead over the weekend. Court documents say Morgan was seen at a college party early Saturday morning with a black handgun.
Now, troopers responded to multiple calls of gunshots at the party. When they arrived at the scene, troopers found a minor dead outside with a gunshot wound to the head. Pistol magazines and shell casings also found at the scene.
Troopers have been looking for Morgan since Saturday. He was last seen in Fairbanks. Morgan is considered dangerous, so keep your distance. But if you do see him, call 911 immediately. You can also provide an anonymous tip through the AK Tips app. A huge power outage this morning left about 45,000 people without electricity in both Anchorage and the Mat-Su Valley.
Chugach Electric says it happened when a generator went offline at its South Central plant, followed by another at Matanuska Electric Association. Chugach says that they turned the power off intentionally after that and then switched to other generators.
When that happens, we have what's called load shedding, which is a planned outage. Basically, a certain amount of customers are shed across the system to prevent further damage to the grid.
The outage lasted about 35 minutes. Chugach said all their power was restored by 10:15 this morning.
One of America's biggest private landowners and wealthiest people is expressing interest in owning Alaska's largest internet company, GCI. The Alaska Beacon reports billionaire John Malone filed paperwork with the Regulatory Commission of Alaska earlier this month.
The report says he wants majority ownership of GCI's parent company, GCI Liberty Incorporated. RCA filings show Malone already owns a majority of GCI Liberty's voting shares, but is limited by agreements that hold his voting power below 50%. We've got more details on this story on our website.
Thanks for listening. Click subscribe so you can get the latest podcast from Alaska's news source automatically. And stay up to date with breaking news and in-depth reporting available for free 24/7 with the Alaska's news source app.